What if I tell you the word pretty is nothing more than a 6-letter prison, a word they use to confine you, to make you feel like you need to fit into their definition of beauty? They say, if you lost some weight, you will be so pretty. They say, if your skin were clearer, you would be so pretty. But what they really mean is, if only you looked like our mass-produced ideal, you would be so pretty. They don't see you, the real you. They see the world's definition of what you should be, and they want to fit you in that tiny restrictive box called pretty. Here's the thing. We have all been there, standing in front of the mirror, pulling at our skin, sucking in our stomachs, wondering why we don't look like the images they show us. We wonder if we will ever be enough for their standards, for their gaze. But have you ever stopped to think that maybe, just maybe, their standards were never meant to define you in the first place? You have scrolled through social media, haven't you? You have seen the airbrushed faces, the perfect smiles, and the flawless skin. And somewhere deep down you felt a pang of not being enough. But what if I told you those standards, that picture-perfect image they sell, are nothing more than a mirage? We have been taught to measure ourselves against an illusion. And when we fall short, we feel like we have failed. But you are not the failure here. The failure is a system that's designed to make you doubt yourself. The system that profits from your insecurity. They tell you to be prettier. They tell you to be smaller, quieter, softer. But why? Why are we expected to shrink ourselves into their idea of perfection? Why are we supposed to silence our voices and dim our light just to be deemed acceptable? The truth is, we were never meant to fit into those boxes. We weren't designed to be smaller versions of ourselves. We were meant to grow, to take up space, to own the room. And maybe that's why they want us to chase pretty. Because if we were busy chasing, we wouldn't realize we were enough all along. You have been told, haven't you? Told that if you just change one more thing, you would finally be pretty. But here's what they don't say. You could change everything about yourself and still it wouldn't be enough, because pretty isn't real. It's a moving target designed to keep you endlessly dissatisfied. You are not alone in this. We have all felt the pressure to look a certain way, to be a certain size, to fit into a mold that was never made for us. We have stood in front of the mirror, picking ourselves apart, comparing every flaw to the impossible standards we have been shown. But it's time to stop. So the next time someone tells you that you would be prettier if only you did this or that, remember this. You don't owe anyone pretty. You don't owe anyone a version of yourself that fits into their expectations. Cut them off. Tell them pretty was never your goal. You are not here to be someone else's definition of beauty. You are here to be you. Unapologetically, unfiltered, and unapologetically powerful. Because here's the truth they don't want you to know. Pretty fades. But your power, your strength, and your self-worth, these things last forever. They are untouchable, and once you realize that, no one can take it away from you. You are not pretty. You are a force of nature. You are the calm before the storm, the fire that keeps burning even when the world tries to snuff it out. You are everything they never saw coming. So let go of pretty. Stop chasing an illusion. You were always more than enough, and you always will be. So pretty was never the goal. Being unapologetically yourself is.